If you have ever heard the phrase Earth will move into Venus frequency once we go to the fifth dimension, I know what I'm about to say may surprise you. If you're familiar with the terms like New Earth, fifth dimension, those type of things, multidimensional Earth, then you might have already heard of this whole discussion. I do not believe that once the main dominating frequency of this planet raises, that Earth will be like Venus. I do not believe that. I also want to remind people at this point that the fifth dimension is just the beginning. There are other beautiful dimensions like 60, 70, 80 and up. There's infinite amount of dimensions that we can tap into right now. These dimensions are available in the now. So not only is it about understanding that these frequencies can be anchored in at this present time, but it's also about understanding that even though we're talking about New Earth, we're not talking about this planet becoming another planet, because there's plenty of diversity on Earth. And I'm gonna approach this from the multidimensional astrology point of view, and also as a starseed. I have been on my starseed path since about, 2016, 2017. Even before that, I had many starseed types of human experiences, if that makes any sense. I think the first time I saw a UFO was like maybe 2015, 2014, so that type of experience has been consistent in my life to one extent or another. When it comes to this discussion of Venus as sort of alternative reality for this planet, I always kind of wonder what people base that on. There may be good reasons for people to say this, and I'm not saying that there won't be characteristics of that, because I do personally believe that yes, there will be some characteristics of that reality, but it's not the whole thing, because as I said, Earth is highly diverse and this diversity is to be cultivated. I do believe that in the future Earth, in the new Earth, that again, it's not just future Earth, it is in the now, and we can anchor it in the now. This diversity will be highly cultivated, and it will be highly appreciated. It will be known for its full potential, and it will be seen for its full potential. Not just that, but I feel like those Venusian frequencies may be incorporated here. They may be incorporated into how we sort of run the planet. I also feel like since there has been this discussion of Mars being civilized, people use the word colonized, but I don't really like that. I have to be honest, I don't really like that word for our species. Let's find a more, high vibe term for that. Explored. Yes, there we go. Explored. Mars will be explored as a, human planet. That sounds funny. I think that's an interesting concept. I think that's an interesting contrast also for this. And I find that is because, we have seen the proof of the physical aspect of Mars having that potential for human, contribution, human cultivation. For when it comes to Venus, that's almost like the opposite. It's a little bit warmer there. I wanted to talk a little bit about just my experience meditating, kind of traveling there in my meditation, and what I saw in my visions. There were 3 leaders there. So these were beings that were just like pure light. I could kind of see their, sort of aura, this translucent, shiny light, and they looked like aliens. They kind of had these little crowns, and they had like these really flowy robes, and again, it was all just light. Collective sovereignty, if that makes sense. What I understood from this energetic interaction was that these beings were called there whenever they were needed. So there wasn't this like a clock in, clock out, we're just going in like every day to do our job, but it's more like whenever they were needed, they were there. And that was the important part of the planet, was sort of run. I feel like there may be more of this type of, I guess, contribution based leadership, as well as this flexibility and, I guess, diplomacy in a way, where it's not so, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's not so strict. I don't think we can compare Earth to another planet, especially in the solar system. And that's what makes Earth so unique. Because again, there's diversity. We already have cultures that are very much like this, actually. And we have many individual humans taking on this attitude and taking on this way of life, really, where it is a very different way of being in a world that has been run by a matrix that tries to put us into these neat little boxes and frameworks. So I do see the liberation already happening and coming through. I feel like it's kind of becoming as a transmission through me right now, because when I tap into these things, I actually just did a bunch of energy work on myself, so I can kind of feel these energies simultaneously flow through. So that's kind of what I wanted to say on this topic. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you want to hear channelings and explorations, and as well as transmissions and guidance for whatever all of this means. Wherever we're gonna go, you know, I'll be with you. It has been my pleasure to share this little nugget with you. I hope it enlightened you. If it did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so that it can be seen by more people. And I'll see you very soon. Stay inspired.